Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be going into rebranding part 3. So ladies, my first video was just to help you to get to the place or understand why it is that you wanted to rebrand. My second video focused mostly on the physical part of rebranding. I hope you are enjoying the little mini series so far. This video will look at a whole mental mindset aspect of rebranding. I'm outside, so if you hear thunder or my dog, I apologize. Let's jump right into the video. Okay, so a large part of what got me to this place in my life was because I knew I could do better and be better for myself. And I am able to recognize that in becoming a better version of myself, I'm able to pour into others who I interact with, to those in my circle, to those I meet on the daily. I can pour into my family better if I myself I am okay, if I'm content and I'm okay. And so yeah, that's what triggered this whole thing, because I've been in a rebranding phase since, like, I guess for the past 2 years. It's been mental, it's been emotional, it's been a lot of challenges. So one of the first things that I encourage you to do is to strengthen your relationship with God. Now, not everyone believes in God, but for me, He is the center of my life. His name is Jesus. He gives me peace, He gives me hope. And He is a God of redemption. He is a God of second chances. His grace and His mercies are everlasting, and they're made new to us every single morning. Every single morning He gives us life, so we are able to rebrand. We are able to start over fresh every day because of His grace and His mercy. And so I encourage you, if you feel low in spirit, if you're wondering what to do, where to go, think of scriptures. Like, you can Google scriptures relating to your anxiety, right? Jeremiah 29:11 says that God knows He knows the plans He has for you, plans of good and not of evil, right? To give you hope and an expected end. Scriptures like Isaiah 43, which say, God created us. He created us, and he calls us by name, and we are His. And no matter what situations we're going through, the scripture says that when we pass through waters, He will be with us. When we go through rivers, they will not sweep over us. When we walk through fire, we will not be burned, because He is our God and He does care about us. These are scriptures that have really kept me going and that have given me hope and strength in times when I felt really low. And so I encourage you to give your life to the Lord. And that's the first part of rebranding for me. I also try to get closer to Him through worship. So I listen to a lot. I try to listen to mostly worship music. I watch sermons. Anything that will strengthen me spiritually, that is what I do. That's it for me. Okay? That's it for me. Now, the second thing that I want to go into when we're talking about changing our mindset and the whole mental part of rebranding, I find is really important, is to watch the content that you consume. I think I've said this in a previous video, but it is extremely, extremely important. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's some males who watch this channel, but the content that you consume has a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves, about where we are in life. It can either inspire you or cause you to feel as though you're missing out, as though you're behind time, or it can make you feel like you should have been further along than you are right now. And it can also make you feel very discontent if you are not careful. I have been able to recognize that, and for the past 3 years, I have really limited the amount of news that I consume, because I realize that there's a lot happening in the world, and I'm an empathetic person, and so when I hear bad news, I feel a lot. I take on every feeling possible, and it really weighs me down. And so for me, I actually studied international relations, and so knowing what's happening in the world kind of came with that territory. I would get to class and we'd need to know what was happening, which leader said what war was happening where, who moved into what territory. That was a part of what I studied. But I realized after I graduated that it really weighed a lot on me. And so I unfollowed all news pages. I only check in to see what's happening, what's the general thing that's happening. Okay, a war is still going on. Okay, I'm praying for y'all. We move. So limit the amount of news that you consume about police brutality, all of that stuff. Limit the news. It's gonna weigh you down. Check in when you need to, but do not consume so much negativity. What I can advise you to do is take a social media hiatus. Currently, the only social platforms I use, Pinterest and YouTube. The only reason why I'm not going to disappear from YouTube is because I will be a successful YouTuber. Therefore, I have to be here to post content, so I cannot disappear. But when you come on to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I don't even have a TikTok account. Snapchat, I don't use any of those. I use Snapchat for myself. I have probably 10 people on my Snap. I only use Snapchat to record memories that I can watch over for myself. I don't even post. So I encourage you to kind of be careful of what you're consuming. A tip I can give you, especially when it comes onto YouTube, because for some people, vlogs and things like that, I know for me, they're like a form of escape, and they help me relax. So what I can encourage you to do is you can create a second email address. That way, that channel, and you can pick the channel that you consume, because the way how the algorithm works, in general, social media algorithms, how they work, they show you mostly what you watch to keep you on the platform longer. So on my platform, on the login that I use, I'm looking at sermons, worship music, lo-fi, jazz, finance, healthcare, self-care, self-love, outfit inspirations. Those are the things that show up on my YouTube page, because those are the things that I watch. When it comes on to news and anything negative, I click not interested and it does not pop up. So have a filter through what gets to you, because you want to make sure that you're okay emotionally, and that way, everything trickles down. Once you're okay emotionally and mentally, you'll be okay to function and be your best self. I'm so sorry I took so long on this point, but it's really, 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 really important. Okay? Another thing I want you to do is work on a passion project. I don't know, what's that thing that you've always wanted to do? It can, find something. Maybe you wanted to start a channel. Maybe you wanted to go into painting. Maybe you wanted to learn how to dance. I don't know. Get something that pushes you out of your comfort zone and kind of challenges you a bit. This helps to it helps with your mental, because it makes you stronger. Because getting better at something that you love encourages you to be consistent. It helps you to become, what's the word? Okay, for example, I started this project. I don't know the word. I'm looking for a word, but I had to stick to it, to be consistent. Because if it's your passion, then you won't want to give up. And I feel like those are things that strengthen us mentally. When you're working on something and you really, 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 really want it, it strengthens you mentally. It helps you to develop this toughness, like when the challenges come up with it, you're like, I need to get through this so I can get to the other side. I don't want to record a video right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't want to exercise right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I really do not want to go to dance practice right now, but I'm gonna go anyway because I want to be a better dancer. I want to be a better painter. I want to be better at Spanish. I want to be better at French. Hear what I'm saying? So you push yourself when you find something that you're passionate about. That strengthens you mentally, and it helps you not to be so bothered by everything that's going on. And if you focus on like point number 2 where I said the content that you consume, if you're limiting the distractions of social media and trying to keep up with everyone and everything that's going on, you'll have more time to put into these projects, okay? The last thing I want you to do is to try to entertain positive thoughts. This is very difficult for me because I struggle with anxiety, and so sometimes when my thoughts go into overdrive, it's really difficult for me sometimes to focus on the positive. But focusing on the positive does help. I have my moments where I'm like, oh, but it's never gonna work. This is not gonna work out. So bad things are gonna happen. What am I even trying anyway? Doesn't even matter. Blah 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 blah. But trust me, if you focus on like positive affirmations, if you focus on scriptures, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. If you watch positive content, if you follow people who are doing the things that you want to do, you can gain inspiration from that. Entertain positive thoughts. I can do this. I can make changes to my life. I can be consistent with my routines. I can set boundaries. I will be successful. I will become fit. I will take my health more seriously. I can do this. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am great at everything that I want to do and everything that I set my mind to. Speak affirmations over yourself, over your life. The Bible says that life and death, that power is in the tongue. And so if you're speaking negative things, then negative things are going to happen. But you need to speak positive, okay? Always positive. You can rebrand. You can become a better version of yourself, and you will. You really, really will. Okay? I love you very, very much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please, I do not know who's going to be able to see it, but it does become more visible to other YouTube viewers if you do engage with it. So I encourage you to like it if you enjoyed it. Also, leave a comment. What was your best part? Have you ever taken a social media hiatus, and how did that work out for you? How are you feeling right now? What's your mindset like? What place are you in life? How are you feeling? I just want to know. Leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next video, my love. Thank you for watching.